Hello, tennis fans. How are we doing? Right, so we're going to get straight into this Cincinnati Masters. We're going to go into the first couple of rounds here of the men's and the women's. We're going to start off with the men's, go through some of the results, some of the shots, etc. Then also some of the matchups that are upcoming as well. So I am recording this at 11:37 p.m. UK time exactly. So there may be a couple of games going on at the same time because the timings are just a little bit weird, to be honest with you, in Cincinnati compared to in the UK. So they're starting at kind of some interesting times. And don't worry, there will be some live streams coming up as well for this tournament. I got my second jab, so I've been a little bit out of it for the last couple of days, but I'll be back up and running to do some live streams for sure. So let's get through the men's then first. So as you can see here, Benoit Paire getting through his rounds of 64. And then if we look at the qualifiers, I don't think there's much need to go through that because I'm more interested in the rest of the round of 64. Schwartzman and Evans had a very, very fiery encounter. Schwartzman's ex-coach is actually now Dan Evans' current coach, and Schwartzman wasn't particularly happy with something that Dan Evans said. I think he said, "Come on," and he thought it was directed towards him. I say, like, "Come on," rather than like, "Come on, I'm doing well." Dan Evans said, "No, I was saying it to myself. What I said to you, I don't have an issue with you," and it got a little bit heated. But in the end, I think they shook hands and they had a laugh about it after. But Schwartzman coming through that in 3 sets in what ended up being a pretty fiery affair for sure. Nishioka bowing out to Lloyd Harris, who has had a fantastic year, as we've said, and keep on saying, continued his fantastic form. FAA, a really good win against Fucsovic. I have to be honest with you, I wouldn't have been surprised if Marton Fucsovic had beaten FAA here, but good to see him get through 7-6, 6-3. And then Ramones Vinalas coming through against Taylor Fritz. Good little win for him in 3 sets. Kupfer beating Struff, which is a big shame. Struff has just not been in the best of form the last few tournaments. He's such a talented player. Saw him live at Wimbledon, and he's got a big game. Took a set off Medvedev and just looks like someone who has all the weapons, is just maybe a bit inconsistent and unfortunately not able to win this time in his round one affair. Yannick Sinner, the Washington Open champion, coming through against Bonis 6-2, 7-5, and his compatriot Fognini beating Basilashvili 7-6, 6-3. So a good win for Fabio Fognini. David Goffin bowing out to Paire 6-3, 6-3. So a little bit of an upset there. If we look then at Tuesday's matchups, we had a Pelka versus Mute. You expect Pelka to come through, although he did drop a set. I think it's worth noting that he probably was or is feeling a bit hungover from getting to the final, right, of Toronto. So it's a really, really quick turnaround for him. Like, genuinely, really, really quick. We're talking, I think the final was on, I want to say Sunday, and then he played on Tuesday. So considering it's in a different country, a bit crazy. Sonego beating Alcaraz 6-3, 7-6. Isner coming through against Cam Norrie. Really good win for John Isner. Cam Norrie was pretty much one of the informed players of this year. He still had a fantastic year, but dropped off a little bit in the last few tournaments with a couple of, to be fair, tight losses. So here again, losing a tiebreak in the second set, 7-5. He wins that, and then he wins wins the game because he took the first set, then loses the third set, 6-4, so a really tight affair. And then Cilic Karatsev, which I said could go either way. Well, I actually did back Cilic because Karatsev unfortunately hasn't been in fantastic form. Cilic came through that in straights, and then a catch beating ADF, which is a good win for him in 3 sets, 6-1, 6-7, 6-1. So 2 breadsticks and a loss of a tiebreak. So a very tidy performance from him. And Korda coming through in straights against Dare, Bublik against Giron in 3, and RBA bowing out to Dimitrov, which, to be fair, is not a huge upset. The hard courts are not really RBA's jam, if I'm being honest with you, whereas Dimitrov, it does suit his game, the faster courts. And then if we look to the rest of the matches, as you can see here, Monfils Di Matteo is supposed to begin any moment now. I'm actually going to go. It's an interesting one, right? Because Dimona doesn't produce a huge amount of pace, and he's quite skiddy. Does that fall into Monfils's hands? Monfils is going to have to be quite tidy in his game. If he is, I think he wins, but unforced errors can filter through, so I'm not sure about that one. You know what? I'm going to go with my heart. I'll go with Alex. Sorry, I'm going to go with Gael Monfils. Sonego coming through against Tommy Paul 7-6, 6-2. Look at that tiebreak at 11-9 in the first set. So really cool to see some really competitive tiebreakers here, to be fair. And then Zverev, the Olympic champion, making his return to court with a tidy performance against Lloyd Harris, who, as I said, has been in really good form, beating him 7-6, 6-2. And there's a viral shot going around which Zverev played, which is incredible. It's a passing shot backhand. He somehow manages to bend the ball round Lloyd Harris at the net, and it somehow falls into court. It's just ridiculous. It's down the line. It goes round Lloyd Harris at the net and goes in. It's just, I don't know how that's happened, but what a shot, to be honest with you. And then Yannick Sinner falling to John Isner, the so-called serve bot, 5-7, 7-6, 6-4. Serve bot number 2, Riley Opelka, though, losing to Casper Ruud, 6-7, 6-love, 7-6, 6-love. Got bageled, and then it got decided on a tiebreaker. Ruud actually outserved Opelka 21 aces to 17. Can you believe that? 21 aces to 17. That is crazy. Opelka, and like Ruud is not, from what I've seen anyway, he's not a big server, so he must have had an absolute field day on his serve. Like, he must have just served incredibly well, like hitting spots left, right, and center. Opelka, I think, again, feeling a bit of a hangover, so that's probably why he's not firing as much, but a very impressive win for Ruud nonetheless. And then Medvedev versus McDonald, I mean, 6-2, 6-2, really tidy performance from Medvedev. Rublev versus Cilic, a good win for Rublev. I'm glad to see him win because his form has been dwindling a little bit, and I think he needs to have a good run here in Cincinnati to give himself the best possible chance going forward into the US Open. Her catch beating Murray, that's a really, really, and it's a bit of an upsetting loss, to be honest with you, because Andy Murray has just been, look, the win against Gasquet I thought was just solid in the sense that it's a good name to beat. Her catch, if he beats him, then you're thinking, oh, hold on. Is old Muzza back in it? But yeah, wasn't to be. Good win, though, for her catch. And Peya coming through against Fognini. What a win for him, eh? 6 win, 6 win. 6 win. Suddenly developed a weird accent. 6-1, 7-5. FA carried on his fantastic form, beating Khachanov, the silver medalist from Tokyo, 6-7, 6-3, 6-4 for the Canadian, and really, really impressive. Genuinely, it's good to see him get through these rounds. PCB, the bronze medalist, won against Kupfer 6-4, 6-2. Look out for PCB. Trust me, he is damn good on the hard courts, and he's been in great form. Dimitrov coming through against Bublik 6-3, 7-5, and Tommy Paul beating Garin 4-6, 6-3, 6-4. Hold on. Hey. That's Tommy Paul. That's Tommy Paul too. Someone must have dropped out or something. Weird. Anyway, sorry. What? Anyway, Benoit Paire beating Denis Shapovalov 6-3, 4-6, 7-5. Mate, what a win. That's his first top 10 win, I think, since 2017. So that's 4 years. Benoit Paire has got a lot of talent. He's just had a lot of issues with his attitude. I mean, I'm going to be honest, like a lot of it is pretty disgraceful, if I'm being honest with you. But his talent is unquestionable. Is it, top 1%? Probably not. Is it top 5%? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, look, the win over Shapo is a very good win, to be honest with you. So let's see what you can do. TFO coming through against Umber is a fantastic win, by the way. What a win. And look at that, another fantastic tiebreaker. Umber seems to be in a lot of these tiebreakers, doesn't he? I mean, he's been in a lot of these tiebreakers as of late. And TFO winning 7-5, 7-6. And one feast we said is going to be playing against ADM. Alex de Minaur coming through 7-6, 6-2 in his previous round, and Berrettini, after coming back from his knee injury, winning a 6-7, 6-3, 6-5. So good little matchups there. And in terms of tomorrow, they've released some of them. It's cool. So obviously, as I said, we're going to have Monfils de Minaur, Monfils actually one love up there in service games. TFO is going to play Schwartzman. Okay, let's go through some of my predictions. I'm going to go TFO. Quarter Tsitsipas. Berrettini FA. Oh, that's a replay of the quarterfinal at Wimbledon. I actually watched this, by the way. I watched this live, the Wimbledon quarterfinal between Berrettini and FA. Berrettini came out on top that day in 4 sets. I'm going to go FA. I think he's going to get revenge. I just think he's played a bit more tennis. So I reckon he'll... Oh, what a matchup this is as well. I catch PCB. I want to go PCB, man. If PCB is fresh, PCB wins, I think. Her catch, though, cannot be underestimated. I think that's a pick'em. These two matchups here are beautiful. Call it Tsitsipas as well, or that's kind of today, if you want to call it. Medvedev Dimitrov is a good matchup as well. Zverev should come through that if he's in his top-notch form. Okay, let's touch upon the women's then, because I don't want to be talking about this for too long and bore you guys. Right, so the round of 64, Badosa, good player, eh? Watson winning in 3 sets as well. I could see Heather Watson just win some matches, if I'm being honest with you. Ostapenko, again, good to see her win a match in straight sets. Kvitova winning in straights against Madison Keys, good win. Madison Keys is very dangerous. But Madison Keys is, I don't want to say she's fallen off a cliff, but she's not capitalized since getting to the final of the US Open, those years ago against Sloane Stephens, who obviously won the title that year. Neither has really capitalized since, and it's weird, to be honest with you, given that they're in America, given how, I don't know, the infrastructure in place for American tennis and also the resources at their disposal. Maybe it's falling in the pecking order of sports in America. Could be. Anyway, Cersty falling to Teichmann, 6-2, 6-love, bageled, that would have hurt. And Krejcikova beating Kasatkina in straight sets as well, 6-3, 6-2. Barbara Krejcikova, the French Open champion. Coco Gauff winning 6-1, 6-2 against C, really good performance. Rybakina in straights against the former champion Stosur. Halep beating Lynette in 3 sets. Pera beating Peterson in straights. Machova beating Konta in 3 sets. It's not great, is it? She should be winning that Konta, if I'm honest with you. Especially after she had a really good win against Svitolina in the Toronto Open and then had to pull out because of an injury, which is fine, but come on. Don't know. Too hot and cold. Jennifer Brady beating Alexandrova in straight 6-3, 7-6, and then Angelique Kerber. That's a very good win, beating Sakari 6-2, 6-2. Rolling back the years there, that's for sure. And Risk beating Fernando 6-2, 6-2. Rogers getting a walkover against Collins. Mertens coming through, and Putintseva. Well, let's look at today. Krejcikova is actually playing Yastremska now, and she's 5-1 up, so it's going to take that first set, that's for sure. Ooh, Badosa beating Sabalenka in 3 sets. You can tell I didn't see that result. Sabalenka. She's struggling to get semis and finals in these tournaments. Slight worry, I think, if I was part of her camp. Yeah. Azarenka, though, her compatriot coming through against Risk, 6-2, 7-5, good win. Bencic beating Rogers in straight as well, 7-6, 6-1, the Olympic medalist. Gold medalist, even. Barty beating Heather Watson, the Wimbledon champion, 6-4, 7-6. A good win for Ash Barty. in the sense that obviously she's got through. Ostapenko getting a walkover. It was a tight match though, wasn't it? That's a shame against Jen Brady. So Ostapenko carries on. Interesting to see what she can do on the hard courts. Osaka beating Coco Gauff in 3 sets. That would have been a cracker. What a match that would have been. 6-4, sorry, 4-6, 6-3, 6-4. That would have, oh my god, let's have a look. That would have been cracking. Yeah. Man. It's a shame I couldn't watch that. Teichmann coming through against Pera in straights, and Kvitova beating Kudermetova in straights as well. Rybakina upsetting Mertens, good win, and Kerber upsetting Svitolina. She had a fantastic run, obviously, at the Olympics. She seems to have a massive hangover because she lost to Konta and now she lost to Kerber. It's a big upset. Matrova beating Andrescu. It's just so open. Like, who's going to win in the women's at the moment? I just have no idea. Like, if you were a betting man, which I'm not, you just would not bet on the women's because I don't know what's going on. Like, genuinely. Like, it's just absolute carnage. Genuinely. Caroline Garcia beating Sloane Stevens like that, like 7-6, 4-6, 6-4. I would have picked Stevens. Bencic, though, beating Vondrasova 6-3, 7-5. Good win. Jabeur, yes, she's so exciting, winning 6-2, 4-6, 7-5. Pegula beating Georgie 6-2, 6-2, and Kudermetova winning 6-3, 6-2. Nice. Obviously, for some reason, they've done it backwards. I don't know why they don't like that, anyways. Right, so let's look at today's. So Krajko is obviously playing at the moment. Then we've got Pegula versus Halep. Walkover for Pegula. That's a shame, isn't it? Halep is her ranking has gone down a lot because of dropping out of events. It's a shame. Muguruza against Caroline Garcia. You'd expect Muguruza, but I just don't know. What a matchup this is, eh? This is a replay of the Wimbledon. I think it was round of 16, I want to say, or quarterfinal. And Ons Jabeur came through that in 3 sets. That was such a good match. Genuinely, what a match. Or I might even do a live stream for that. I just think it's going to be so exciting. Depends what other... Wait, is that on today? Like now? No. Not feeling well enough. Let's go versus Bonetseva. That is an interesting one as well. Okay, I need to do my predictions. What am I doing? I'm just baffling. I'm just rambling on. Muguruza. I'm going to go Jabeur. Pliskova. Barty against Azarenka. I'm going to go Azarenka. Osaka to beat Teichmann. Bencic Muchova. Bencic. Kerber to beat Ostapenko. That's my predictions. Okay. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Please do keep an eye out for all the videos coming out for the Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati. We will be doing live streams, as I said, and also there is some other tennis content, like people making fun of my serve and all sorts coming out, of course. If you don't mind, please do remember to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And you can also become a Patreon to get exclusive content and perks for as little as £1 a month. So pretty much a no-brainer, eh? So yeah, please do check that out. The link is in the description. It's also in the page description as well. There's 3 different tiers, and yeah, I think it's something that a lot of people will enjoy. Cool. Thank you very much, guys, and stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.